रत्न सिंहासने किबा बसिअछे गौरचाँद रत्न सिंहासने किबा बसिअछे गौरचाँद रत्न सिंहासन किबा बसिअछे गौरचाँद रत्न सिंहासन आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे आरती करेन
आदि देवगणे
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देवगणे
किबा नर हरि आदि करि चामर धुलाया
नर हरि आदि कोरी चमर धुलाया
किबा नर हरि आदि करि चामर धुलाया
नर हरि आदि कोरी चमर धुलाया
संजय मुकुंद बासु घोषादि गाया
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 किबा शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
किबा शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताला
मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाला
मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला
मधुरा मृदंगा बाजे परम रसाला
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे
मधुर माधुर बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
माधुर 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 बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
गौरांगे आरतिक शोभा जगा जनमान लोभा
गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
जग जन मान लोभा
जग जन जन मन लोभा
जग जन
जन मन लोभा
गौरांगे आरतिक शोभा जगा जनमान लोभा
गौरांगे आरती को शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी वदन उज्ज्वला
बहु कोटि चंद्रजीनी वदन उज्ज्वला
कि बहु कोटि चंद्र जिनी वदन उज्ज्वला
बहु कोटि चंद्रजीनी वदन उज्ज्वला
गाला देसे बाना मला कोरे झलमाला
काला देसे बना माला कोरे झलमाला
गाला देसे बाना
सती विनोद देखे गोरार संपदा
नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामीति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Nila Madhav Radhe
Jayo Radha Nila Madhav Radhe
Jaya Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jayo Jagannath Jai Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya Sitaram Jaya Lakshman Hanuman
Jai Sitaram Jai Lakshman Hanuman
Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hari
Nitai Gauranga Gaura Hare
Jaya 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 Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jayo Jayo Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Please bow down for prayers. भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिला प्रभुपाद की जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिवर्जकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर महाराज शिला प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जगन्नाथ पुरुषोत्तम धाम की गंगा माँ यमुना माई की तुलसी देवी महारानी की समवेत भक्त वृंद की ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज हरे कृष्ण ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असेंबल्ड डिवोटीज ऑल ग्लोरीज टू श्री गुरु एंड श्री गौरांग ऑल ग्लोरीज टू शिला प्रभुपाद की
Papa, he didn't want to do it. Mama, why you keep shaking him like this? No. We just
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरहरि जय नरहरि नरहरि जय नरहरि जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रभुपद 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 श्रील प्रभुपद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल नृसिंहदेव भगवान की जय प्रहलाद महाराज की जय जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने ते नामिने। Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे श्री राधा नीला माधव की जय, हरि नाम संकीर्तन की जय, जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Hare Krishna. Thank you for coming tonight. Tonight we're going to honor two of our best devotees who have supported the temple. I remember when I first met Arun and Sujata. I think I met Sujata first and then Arun. And it was our first Kumbh Mela festival in 2007-8 at that period. And I didn't know who she was, but I could tell she was a very special person, very spiritually elevated, very dedicated to worshiping Perumal. And I was surprised. I didn't understand how she became so dedicated in helping us. And then later on, I could understand that she and her husband are very special people. They're both the most decent, loyal, and spiritually oriented people that I know. And it's very difficult for me to talk about them because they're not leaving, but they're basically going to live with in Sri Rangam with Ranganath and be spiritually ready to offer all their services to any pilgrims that come, and in many ways enrich that place even more than it is with spiritual potency. A living entity, a jiva, is already an expanded energy of the Lord, but everything is personal in the spiritual world. So when we say someone is an expanded energy of the Lord, it doesn't mean they're impersonal. It means that they are endowed by the energy to serve the Lord with love and devotion. So, in one way, we're sad to see them move back to Srirangam, but another way, we know that whether they're here or in Srirangam, they're completely dedicated to worshiping Perumal or Krishna, and we wish them well, and we hope they come and visit us and share all their transcendental, let's say, emotions and realizations with us. And every time I've been with Arun and Sujata, it's been very uplifting for me to be able to have their association. They treated me like a son and a member of their family. So it's a wonderful thing, and it's an eternal type of relationship. The spirit, we all have an eternal soul. So nobody actually dies, only the body changes. And if one is practiced in remembering Krishna, then they go back to Vaikuntha. So now we're going to have Srinivas Kedam come and offer prayers of auspiciousness and support for their journey back to Srirangam and their continued service for Perumal. Hare Krishna.
We have a garland, any garland that is right on. Yeah, one is good. Hare Krishna, as Prabhu said, and I don't want to add any more words, but would like to say from the bottom of my heart, I have known Sujata, I could call it a sister, Akka, right? Akka, Tam, Chali is fine. Both of them are fine, right? Because that shows me that I'm a little older, okay? Yeah. Yeah. So, and Arun has been again, it's a brother and sister relationships have been with them. And they were always with me whenever we do the Srinivasa Kalyanam or Rama Kalyanam or any program that we do. I could say that when, Arun and Sujata are there, we are good. So I don't need to worry about it. I just land here and I'll take care of it. It's all going to be good. So their devotion and their commitment and dedication to serve the community, and as well as impart the knowledge and humility, and all those things go absolutely, beyond. I can put it in words, basically. So this evening he called me. I said, "Then are you coming?" I said, "I'm not coming." I said, "No, you have to come." I said, "No, because I'm not saying any goodbye to you at all." Right? So I cannot say goodbye to you. You're always going to be in my heart. But one thing that I said, great thing is your Bhuloka Vaikuntham you are going. He's going to Sri Rangam, right? Both of them are going to Sri Rangam. What else would be the best place to go? Like Bharata Bhubhagam and so on, right? So, and with that, we, on behalf of all of the friends and as well as the families, well-wishers and devotees, I'd like to give you a Vedic blessing to him so that their next journey would be fantastic, and Lord Krishna's blessings and Lord Rama's blessings be with them as they continue that spiritual journey. Om Smadgurubhyo Namaha. Om Yo Vaitam Brahmano Veda Amritena Vritam Purim Tasmai Brahma cha Brahma cha Ajif Kirtim Prajam Daduhu Bhagadeye Naivainam Pranayati Brahmana Arusheya Uddharet Brahmano Vai Sarva Devataha Sarvabhirevainam Devata Bhiruddharati Yavatir Vai Devata Sa Sarva Veda Vidhi Brahmane Vasanti Tasmaat Brahmanebhyo Veda Vidyo Dive Dive Namaskurya Nastilam Ki Irtaye Eta Devata Prinadi Pariyaptya Anantaraya Sarvastomotiratra-vattamamaharbhavati sarvasyapyai sarvasvajityai sarvameva-tena apnoti sarvanjayati. Navo navo bhavati bhavati navo 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 bhavati jayamano jayamano bhavati navo 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 bhavati bhavati jayamanaha navo nava iti nava navaha bhavati jayamano jayamano bhavati bhavati jayamano naam ahnam jayamano bhavati bhavati jayamano naam jayamano naam annam jayamano jayamano naam ketum keturahnan jayamano jayamano naam ketuhu annam ketuk Keturahnaam Mahnaam Keturushasaam Mushasaam Keturahnaam Mahnaam Keturushasaam Keturushasaam Mushasaam Keturushasaam Keturushasaam Mushasaam Mushasaatmetyagre Agra Etyupasha Mushasamethyagre Etyagre Agra Etyetyagre Agra Ityagre Bhagam Devebhyo Devebhyo Bhagam Bhagam Devyo Bho Vividevebhyo Bhagam Bhagam Devebhyo Vi Devebhyo Vividevebhyo Devebhyo Vidadati Dadati Videvebhyo Devebhyo Vidadati Vidadati Dadati Vividhadatyayan Nanjan Dadati Vividadhatyan Dadatyayan Naya Dadati Dadatyayan Prayan Dadati Dadayat Pran Ayan Prayanna Prachandramaas Chandramaaf Prayannas Chandramaah Ayan Nitya Ayan Prachandramaas Chandramaa Prapachandramaas Tirati Tirati Chandramaa Prapas Chandramaas Tirati Chandramaas Tirati Tirati Chandramaas Chandramaas Tirati Dirgham Dirgham Tirati Chandramaas Chandramaas Tirati Dirgham Tirati Dirgham Dirgham Tirati Tirati Dirghamayu Dirayu Dirgham Tirati Dirghamayu Dirghamayu Dirgham Dirghamayu Om Shatanjiva Sharado Vardhamana Ityapinigamo Bhavati Shatamiti Dirghamayu Marta Ena Vante Shatameva Shatatman Bhavati Shatamanantam Bhavati Shatamaishwaryam Bhavati Shatamiti Dirghamayu Agneya Sasminyasa Sema Marpayendra Mapachiti Mavaha Ayam Murda Paramesti Suvarcha Samanana Muttamashloko Ostu Ayurdha Agnejushana Gruta Pratiko Grutayanide Gutam Pitva Madachar Gavyam Pite Vaputramabhirakshadadikam Om Ayushmantam Varchastvam Atho Adhipatim Visham Asyaf Prithivya Adhyaksham Imamindra Vrishabhankunuh Poshna Poshena Mahyam Dhirgajitva Yashasardaya Shatagam Sharadbhya Ayushe Varchase Jivatyai Punyaya Etena Vai Deva Jaityani Jitva Yankama Kamayanta Tamu Apnavan Yankamang Kamayate Tametana Apnoti Prithvi Suvarcha Yuvati Sajosha Aha Purnamasyada Gachobhamana Apyayanti Duridani Vishwa Urunduham Yajamanaya Yagyam Radhyasmaiha Vyanamasopasadya Mitran Devo Mitran Dherennostu Anurada Navisha Vardhayanta Shatanjive Sharad रथस्य वीराः क्षत्रस्य राजा वरुणोऽधिराजाः नक्षत्राणकं शतपि शग्द्वष्टः तौ देवेभ्यः कृणुतो दीर्घमायुः नवो नवो भवति जायमानो नाम केतुं निशामेत्यग्रे भागं देवेभ्यो विदधात् प्रतिन्द्रमा आस्थिरति दीर्घमायुः सुमङ्गलेर्यं मधुरिमागं समेत पश्यतः सौभाग्यमत्वै धात्वा यदास्त विपरेतना ॐ शतमानं भवति शतायुः पुरुषः शतेन्द्रिय आयुष्येवेन्द्रियैः प्रतितिष्ठति राधा समेत श्री वासुदेव स्वामी कटाक्षा सिद्धिरस्सु श्री भूनीला समेत श्री श्रीनिवास स्वामी सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमत समेत रामचंद्र स्वामी लक्ष्मी नारसिंह सुदर्शन हेतिराज लक्ष्मी हयग्रीव देवता कटाक्षा सिद्धिरस्तु रंगनायकी समेत श्री रंगनाथ स्वामी कटाक्षा सिद्धिरस्तु शुभगुम शुभम संत्वा सिंचामि प्रजामायुर्धनञ्च It's an example to say that it's not that easy to see a devotee leave our company, right? It's heartbreaking. It's really, really heartbreaking. But however, as I said before, they are going to go to serve Lord in a different way, and the journey is not complete here. So they're just going to another segment of the journey, right? So wish you all the best to Prabhu and Mataji, and may all the blessings be with you, Premal's blessings be with you.
Hare Krishna. So we will have kirtan. It's the best way to express our love and devotion for you and Krishna. Hari Bol. The divine couple, Shishi Radha and Krishna, are my life and soul. In life or death, I have no other refuge but them. In a forest of small kadamba trees on the bank of the Yamuna, I will seat the divine couple on a throne made of brilliant jewels. I will anoint their dark and fair forms with sandalwood paste scented with chuya, and I will fan them with a chamara whisk. Oh, when will I behold their moon-like faces? After stringing together garlands of malati flowers, I will place them around their necks, and I will offer tambula scented with camphor to their lotus mouths, with the permission of all the Sakis. Headed by Lalita and Vishaka, I will serve the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Narottam Dasa, the servant of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, longs for this service to the divine couple. Gaur Premanandi Hari Bol. Okay, thank you. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Jivani marane gati haro nahi more. Jivani marane gati haro nahi more. Kalindira kule keli kadam biravana. Ratana bedira upara bosabudu jana. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Jivane marani gati haro nahi more. Chamaguri ange dibo chandir narganda. Chamaradula bokabe heri mukha chandra. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Jivane marane gati haro nahi more. Gatiya mala tirmala dibo dohara gale. Adare tuliya dibo karpura tambule. Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore. Jivane marane gati haro nahi more. Lalita Vishaka Adi Jata Saki Brinda. Adaritu liya dibo Karpula tambule Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Jivani Parane Gati Arunahi More Lalita Vishaka Adi Chatasaki Brinda Achnaya Kori Boseba Sharanaravinda Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Jivane Marane Gati Arunahi More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Dasiranudasa Seva Abhilasha Kore Narottamo Dasa Radha Krishna Pranamor Yugala Kishore Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Tagore Premanandi Ki Jai. The most important thing for devotees is to know that Krishna, or Perumal, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, that we have an eternal relationship with the Lord. It's called the constitutional position of the living entity. Because we are all emanating from the Supreme Lord, we have an eternal relationship that cannot be broken. It can only be forgotten. And that's why Krishna comes himself He comes in different avatars. He sends his pure devotees, like Sri Ramanujacharya and other great devotees like the Alvars, to remind people that they have an eternal relationship with God and that they can reestablish that relationship, especially in Kali Yuga, in a very easy way, simply by chanting Hare Krishna, the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. They are associating directly with the Lord because there's no difference between the name of the Lord and the Lord himself. In the same way that when Sri Ramanujacharya was given a secret mantra by one of his gurus, he had 5 gurus, one initiating guru, Yamunacharya, and 4 Shiksha gurus. And he received this sacred mantra and a secret mantra that would liberate anyone who chants it. And his Siksha guru told him, don't tell anyone, this is secret. So what did he do? He went immediately to a major square, I guess it was in Kanchipuram or one of the villages near there, and he called all the people to come, and he gave them the mantra, Narayana. And when the guru heard about this, he was very upset. And he said, you didn't follow my instruction. And Ramanuja Acharya said, well, you told me that anyone who chants this mantra can go back to Vaikuntha. Therefore, let me go to hell, let them go to Vaikuntha. That is a real devotee. The devotee is willing to go to hell if necessary, but let everyone else have a chance to go back to Vaikuntha. So this is the power of the holy name. Kalir dosa nidhe rajan astihi eka mahadguna kirtanad eva krishnasya muktasangasya jayate. In Kali Yuga, it is a very, very difficult time for people to be spiritually engaged because there are many adverse conditions in this age. There are so many. In previous ages, there were just a few demons like Hiranyakashipu, Ravana, Kamsa, and so forth. Today, every day, hundreds and thousands of demons are being born. That's how bad this age is. But yet, there is one great quality about this age. Kalir dosa nidhe rajan. In this age, there are many dosas. That doesn't mean the dosa that you eat, but it means bad omens. But there's one great quality. Astihi eka mahadguna. What is that one great quality? Kirtanad eva krishnasya muktasanga param jayat. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra or the names of God, like Narayana or the Hare Krishna mantra, one can go back to Godhead easily. Because it's so difficult, such a difficult age, Krishna has made it very easily to go back to Godhead. Therefore, when Bhisma Pitamaha taught Yudhisthira Maharaj, who is this Krishna? He looks like a member of our family, he looks like a relative, but actually is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he taught him the Vishnu Sahasranam, the Stotram, the 1008 names of the Lord. So anyone who takes the name of the Lord in their mouth, in their tongue, and vibrates the transcendental sound of the Lord's name and his qualities, so the Vishnu Sahasranam Stotram is enumerating his unlimited qualities. Therefore, one becomes endeared to the Lord. Shinvata swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtana hirdayantak sto badrani vidunoti srihitsatam. To hear about Krishna from Vedic literatures, or to hear from him directly through the Bhagavad Gita, is itself righteous activity. And for one who hears about the Lord who's dwelling in everyone's heart, acts as a best-wishing friend and purifies the devotee who constantly goes on hearing about him. So this is a very important verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 1st Canto, 2nd Chapter, 17th verse. And then Nasta Presu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Seva here. Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. We should always be connected to the book Bhagavat and the person Bhagavat. Bhagavat means the personality of Godhead. So whether you are hearing Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or the Prabandhams, you're associating directly with Perumal. And when Perumal sees that you have a real interest in hearing about him on a regular basis, meaning every day of your life, then he takes a special interest in you. And that special interest means that he will protect you. Just like, look what he did for Ramanujacharya. He protected him from being killed many times. Many times. And he was outnumbered. He didn't have an army. And there were very, very powerful worshippers of Lord Shiva, kings who have armies and soldiers and things. They were not able to kill him because he was protected by the Lord. In the same way, Ambarish Maharaj, he was not a big pundit. He was not a mystic yogi like Durvasa Muni. But he was a pure devotee of the Lord. And Durvasa Muni became envious of him. And he used all his yogic powers. He was what you would call highly advanced mystical yogi. He had conquered all the siddhis or perfections. And he used everything he had at his power to kill Ambarish Maharaj, and he couldn't do it. Why? Because Ambarish Maharaj did not try and protect himself. He completely depended on the mercy of Perumal or of Krishna. And because of that, Krishna sent his Sudarshan Chakra to chase Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni had the power to go all the way to the bank of the Svetadvip ocean, which is an ocean of milk in the material world. And there's an island in the middle of that ocean of milk. There are different types of oceans. There's an ocean of oil, ocean of liquor, ocean of salt, the salt water, and there's also a milk ocean. And he had the power to actually go to the island. The Devas cannot do that. They can only go to the shore of the Svetadvip. But he could actually go and talk to Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. And he begged him, please stop your Sudarshan Chakra. And he said, I can't. He said, but it's your chakra. He said, yes, but the only person that can stop him is Ambarish Maharaj. So Durvasa Muni was obliged to go back, beg mercy of Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj had already completed a 1-year fast, and Durvasa Muni came and asked, he came with a whole bunch of his followers, and they wanted to be fed. And so while they were taking a bath in the holy rivers, Durvasa Muni asked the pundits, he said, I have to break the fast right now. How can I do this without violating the honor of Durvasa Muni? If I eat anything, then he would be very upset with me. And they said, you can just drink a little bit of water. So he drank a little water, but Durvasa Muni understood this, and because of that, he used that as an excuse to try and kill him. So this was a terrible thing, but he was protected by the Lord. So therefore, our best protection in this life is to hear on a regular basis bona fide shastras glorifying the Lord. Now that is called a prayer. What is not a prayer is going to Balaji or going to Kanchipuram to pray, please give me something. That is not a prayer. Give me is not a prayer. Offering to the Lord, especially choice prayers, as the Prabandhams are choice prayers glorifying the qualities of the Lord, as many of the discourses in Srimad Bhagavatam, like the prayers of Bhisma Pitamaha, the prayers of Kunti Devi, the prayers of the different types of great saints, Yudhisthira Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, etc., and also Prahlad Maharaj. The Bhagavatam is full of prayers, just like the Prabandhams are very, very detailed, beautiful prayers, glorifying the qualities of the Lord, not asking for anything material. That's the difference between a real prayer and a business proposition. So when we come to the Lord and glorify Him, He takes a special interest in us. That's why Bhisma Pitamaha taught Yudhisthira the Vishnu Sahasranam Sutram. And that's why Lord Chaitanya came and made it even easier, just chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Oh dear Radharani, Hare means Radharani. Oh dear Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the possessor of 6 transcendental opulences in full: beauty, fame, wealth, power, knowledge, and renunciation, and fame. These are 6 opulences that the Lord possesses in full. No one else can equal or come even close to them. So, and then Rama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, also an expansion of Lord Vishnu, please protect me so that I can always remain your servant. So this is the meaning of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When Prahlad Maharaj pleased Lord Nrsingadev and garlanded him after Nrsingadev killed his father, Lord Nrsingadev said to Prahlad, "Oh Prahlad, I'm very pleased by you. I'll offer you any benediction that you want." And Prahlad said, "Please don't tempt me. I don't want any material benediction." He said, "If you insist on giving me anything, then please let me always have a pure heart without any material desires so I can serve you with love and devotion." When Hanuman came back from Lanka with the signet pin of Sita Devi to prove to Lord Ramachandra that he had actually found Sita Devi, Lord Ramachandra was overwhelmed with affection, and he said, "Hanuman, just ask any benediction you want, I'll give it to you." And he fell at his lotus feet, and he said, "I don't really want anything. The only thing I want, please, Tumhare raksha karo, raksha karo, raksha karo. You just protect me so I can always serve you." These are the real prayers of genuine devotees. They never ask for anything material from the Lord. In fact, they give themselves and give everything they have to serve the Lord. This is what has maintained places like Srirangam for millions of years, and places like Tirupati for hundreds and thousands and millions of years, and other great Divya Deshams and so forth, because people for all these years have been giving to the Lord, not asking for anything in return other than simply service. So that should be our only prayer, to ask for service, how we can serve the Lord nicely. So today, 2 very great, very wonderful, very affectionate devotees are going to back to Srirangam. We wish them all success. When the Vishwamitra Muni met King Dasarath, Dasarath said, he didn't say, "Hello, how you doing?" He said, "How are your efforts going to free yourself from the cycle of birth and death?" That's the way they say hello. They don't say, "Hello, how are you?" They say, "How are your efforts going to go back to Godhead in this lifetime?" So, therefore, we're not saying goodbye, we're not saying hello. We're saying, we, all of us, pray that you and your good wife will go back to Godhead in this lifetime and be fully engaged eternally in the service of Perumal. Hare Krishna. We only need one now. Yeah, and then we're going to give this to Arun. Prabhu. Of course, you're already married, but it's always nice to give a garland to your wife. Let's take a picture of this. Gaur Premanandi Hari 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 Bo. Krishna Matir Astu. May you be blessed to always remember Radha and Krishna and Lakshmi Narayana and Sitaram and Krishna. Madarpanam Astu. Offer all your services to the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I know a lot of you have actually come because Arun Prabhu and Sujata Mataji are going to Srirangam. If anybody would like to say a few words, this is the time. Please come forward. Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Um, I feel like a middle schooler now because I was watching a show with my daughters, and a middle schooler, she's hosting the curriculum night, and she wants to impress her principal. So she prepares a speech, and she sprinkles all kinds of adjectives to impress her principal. But today I don't have to impress anybody, but I have to speak about, two very impressive devotees, and I don't want to fall short. So, yeah, Lavanya and I, we've been very fortunate to have the association of Arun Prabhu and Sujata Mataji for more than 10 years now. And we really cherish the time that we spent with you, and all your guidance and love and support. We'll remember that for the rest of our lives. And having watched them so closely over all these years, we had the fortune to observe and learn how to conduct ourselves and how to be good human beings. And that's what I take from all the association that I have with you. So I mean, they have lots of great qualities, and I would like to mention a couple of them, just for my remembrance and sort of my reflection, really. So one thing that really impressed me about Prabhuji and Mataji is they have this way of developing very long-lasting relationships with everybody. And many of us really struggle with that, developing that kind of relationships. What they do, they make you feel very comfortable. They have very gentle personalities. They smile. They have very gentle personalities. They're always smiling. They talk to you very lovingly, with a lot of respect. They listen to you, and yeah, that makes you comfortable right away. And not just with people who they know, not just their friends or relatives or devotees. They establish this very long-lasting relationship with everybody that they know. I mean, talking to Prabhuji, I mean, he talks about a lot of experiences, people he has known from childhood, his friends, even people, like flower vendors, car mechanics, I mean, you name, whoever they meet, they're making this lasting impression. And, it is really coming out of like the purity of their, of their character. It's not something, it's not a transactional thing. It's really coming very genuinely from their heart, and that lasts. Then say, if you ever want to learn how to host somebody, how to invite guests to your home, and how to treat them, you have to go to their home, and at any home program like Golu or any program that they have at their home, they will treat you as the most important person. And really genuinely, I mean, it's not an act, it's not a facade. All your needs are met. They've hosted many people in the time that I've known them. Some of them great spiritual masters, very eminent artists, and even just devotees. Whoever goes to their home, when they leave, they're so happy. Their tummies are full with prasadam. No shortage there. And they're very satisfied, and then they also go back with a feeling to come back to their home. It's not a one-time deal. You feel like coming back. So that's I've observed them. I don't know. It comes probably quite naturally to them. I've had the fortune of meeting Arun Prabhu's father and he has all those qualities, in the short time that I met him. Then another really very impressive thing, and Maharaj has already talked about this, is their priorities are really set. I mean, very clear. Their commitment to service and any spiritual activity is, I mean, that's at the top. They're very unwavering. There is no compromise there. We've seen so many kalyanams, Srinivasa Kalyanam, Lord Sitarama Kalyanam, Goda Kalyanam, so many things happening here at the temple. They're always prepared. I mean, these are the very important events, and many of us, when we are doing very important events, we are scrambling at the end. They're never scrambling. They're prepared. They bring the best decorations, best garlands, probably pre-ordered from India, best flowers, and they bring together the best team. I mean, they engage all the devotees, come here, do the preparation, and on the day of the event, I mean, they may be been working till 11 p.m. or 12 p.m., doesn't matter. They're not making the Lord wait. I mean, if the program is at 6, they're here before it, so like I said, I mean, their priority is set. Doing that seva to the best of their ability is their priority, nothing else. And many other things. I mean, wherever they go, they are very committed to, our culture, the art. Prabhu has very keen ear for music, and wherever they go, they're bringing, or they're experiencing and enriching their lives with the best there is to offer, and every interest that they have. And again, it sort of all comes from priorities. For many people, I mean, I don't know many people, me for sure, the most important things are neglected the most for me, and for them, I don't see that. And true to their priority, they're making this journey back to India, to Srirangam. What better place to retire than that? And they have these plans to visit all the Divya Desams and all the holy places in India. Mataji said they want to do it when they're youthful. I mean, they're young forever. They have so much energy. But yeah, so I mean, again, speaks to their priority. It's said so clear. They want to be always in service. And we'll miss you here in Seattle, but you have a wonderful journey ahead, and we wish you the very best. Thank you.
Anyone else would like to share? Raschandra Prabhu.
Haribol, everyone. I just wanted to share a couple of instances of my interaction with Prabhuji. There was one time when we did a play about Ramanujacharya, and the stage was set here, and Pandya Vijay Prabhu was our Ramanujacharya. He was playing that role, and when we were practicing, Sarup Damodar Prabhu was the director of the play. So Sarup Damodar Prabhu came up with this idea. He says, hey, there is a scene when Ramanujacharya walks, and probably like somewhere close to the end of that area, that's where Ramanujacharya goes, and he sits along with some devotees. So we said, okay, well, Sarup Damodar Prabhu said, wouldn't it be nice if we have some recording of, Sri Vaishnava prayers? That would look really nice when we go there. So we said, okay, yeah, that sounds good. Then Sarup Damodar Prabhu found out that there are few Sri Vaishnavas who are willing to do the prayers real time. And he said this would be amazing. So there was a communication gap in there. So somebody reached out to Sri Vaishnavas. I think Prabhuji was also part of it. And they were so happy to do the prayers, especially when Ramanujacharya goes there. And of course, like, it was amazing, the prayers that they were doing. But the gap that happened was, in my demoniac ways. I was just thinking about the play as a play, and timing is critical. Otherwise, you lose the you lose the flow if the timing is off. So I had certain timing in my mind that Sri Ramanujacharya walks over there with the devotees. He sits there probably 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and so that's about it. Sri Vaishnavas who agreed on doing these things, they had in their mind, we are doing prayers for Sri Vaishnavas, and their faith was just amazing. What a lessons that we learned. So they came to do prayers to Sri Vaishnavacharya. We were there to have that music go. So what happened was, Pandit Vijay Prabhu starts walking, and Sri Vaishnavacharyas were, Sri Vaishnavas, they also went there. And Pandit Vijay Prabhu walks over there, and he sits there, and the prayers just started. And the prayers kept on going. And I'm looking at Swarup Damodar Prabhu saying, what, timing. And Swarup Damodar Prabhu said, no, the prayers are beautiful. We'll stop the play. Let the prayers finish. I said, okay, great. I definitely did enjoy that. But at that time, I learned that don't worry about the timing at this point. There's something special going on the stage. So we stopped there. They ended up completing their prayers, and the play was that much better because of what they ended up doing. So thank you so much for your faith. Definitely it was a lessons learned. Second thing is, every year Prabhuji and Mataji used to do Golu, and we loved going there. Every year we would look forward to going to their house for the Golu, having darshan, meeting with all Sri Vaishnavas, and also the most amazing prasadam. And if you didn't go to their house for prasadam, you missed out. And thirdly, we visited Sri Rangam at least once, I think, in my lifetime, and I absolutely adored it. We would love to go back. Now that you guys are there, we definitely want to keep in touch. And through you guys, we would want to have darshan over there as well. Thank you, Haribol.
We still have time. Anyone else from the Mataji's side? The one who likes dosas, you want to say something? Yeah.
Okay. Sujata Perima and Arun Peripa. I've known them for a long time, probably my whole life. They're probably one of the most kind people you will ever meet. They will treat you like your child, basically, if you're like younger, you know. And food. Sujata Perima's puliyodare, probably the best thing you will ever eat in your entire life. And I don't know. I really enjoy going to their house and spending time with them, and I'm really sad that they're gonna leave. But I hope that I can come to India and I can visit you every year. And it's kind of just now hitting to me that they're actually gonna leave. So yeah. I love going to Sujata Perima's house, looking through all her jewelry and bags and all of that stuff, because it's like really fancy, and I aspire to have the same values as them and be as musically talented as Arun Peripa and such things. So yeah, I'm gonna miss you. Yeah, okay.
Hare Krishna, everyone. As everyone told, I'm also fond of looking forward to all the kalyanams that they do every year, and especially the way Mataji and Prabhuji organizes things for all the kalyanams, and getting things ready on time, and being so patient and diligently doing all the work throughout the kalyanams. that made me realize that there are a lot of things learned from you all. And also Prabhuji plays Mridangam so nicely. I remember he always connects to wherever there are any concerts or anywhere I see both of you present there and enjoy the musical concerts. And I also remember Prabhuji playing for like small kids, even if they are not at his level. He respects, because he respects music and the talent. He will support the talent anywhere. So I really wish both of you like good health. Yeah, very happy. Be happy and be. However you are here, I think you'll be more happier in Sri Rangam, because that's where you're looking forward to go. And we really miss your association, but we'll come to you for that association whenever we are visiting India. And thank you so much for teaching us so many things throughout all these days. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. On the Janmashtami day, Mataji came and said, we are leaving for India. I said, is it permanent? No, she said, no, I'll come every Janmashtami. I said, that's fine. Yeah, we'll have a association. So my interactions especially was more with Mataji in the kitchen area. And many years back, I think not many years, even till like couple of years back, Mataji was still in charge of the Radharani's dress, flower dress. So she was doing such a wonderful service with, clean heart, and, especially those garlands from India. Mataji would order, of course, both of them would plan it and order for the Lord, their lordships. So we are going to miss all this for sure. And, Sai Prabhu and, Rasa Chandra Prabhu, and everybody spoke up that, so much humility in their behavior. That's an amazing thing to learn from both of you. In fact, after many years, I came to know that Prabhuji's praise Mridangam in one of the concerts I saw. So he is so humble, that, he doesn't show things. So I'm very glad that, you made a decision that being at the young age, you can travel a lot. So I wish you all the best, that you visit all the dham and take the advantage. But please pray for all of us, all the Seattle Vasis. On our behalf, please offer our prayers. And looking forward to, meet you all in Sri Rangam. We have a house there now, so you'll definitely come. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Sundar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare Krishna Maharaj. So my association with Prabhuji started in 2007 at Global Scholar as colleagues at that time. This 15 years ago. So at that time, my little association also started with Madhav Chandra Prabhu and a lot of other devotees. So little did I know that I was actually getting a daily dose of prasadam that Mataji has been preparing. Every day Prabhuji will bring in big, boxes. So most of the times, if my prasadam, at that time it wasn't prasadam, but whatever is made at home, if it wasn't ready, it's okay. I can go to the home office and then still have prasadam. So I think, at work also Prabhuji is, just like as every time anybody's experience with Prabhuji is in calm demeanor, humility, humble attitude, and just get things done. So we don't even know that how work gets done, and we don't even know that the Prabhuji is there, but things get done. So that has been my experience at work. And after that, since then, our association has continued. And I think we have seen every festival, after we have gotten connected with the temple, we have seen Prabhuji and Mataji really helping with every festival, every Kalyanam, obviously. If you see just two of them for me, it's like the perfect couple with the perfect values and attitudes. I mean, this is like an ideal picture of perfect devotees. So that's the vision that I get. So thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. And now, as they say, we have a friend in Sri Rangam now. So now we have an inspiration to also visit. So thank you, and I wish you the best at the Lord's Lotus feet. Thank you.
Inspiration to visit, not to leave. Hare Krishna. Mataji.
Hare Krishna everyone, Haribol Mataji. I didn't come prepared to say anything, but when I saw Mataji again in the same Devi Bhava, like I had heard like from our childhood, whenever you go to temple, you always dress up as a Devi. You keep that Bhava in you and dress up like them. So whenever I come to temple, after Radharani, Sita Devi and Subhadra Devi, she is another Devi feel. That's what she gives to me every time. And such a very down to earth and in the completely mood of goodness, that feeling she gives. I always adore that look, and that is what I will definitely miss whenever I come to temple. And a very simple incident, like last year or prior to that, 2 years before, when we had Tulsi Vivah. So we had all these Mahaprasadam, like the ornaments, right? So I had my eyes on one payal. So I wanted to have that one so that I can use that in any dance performance in temple. So I went to Mataji and I told her, Mataji, can I have that one? She said, yes, sure you can have, but you have to wait till the end of the event. And she didn't hesitate for a second. Like she could have kept it for herself, or maybe she wanted to give her to someone special she wanted to, but she just immediately said yes to me. Like I was so amazed, and I have still kept that one and I haven't used it, but anytime, I'm not going to use that as pile, but I'll be making it as like a necklace, and whenever I will wear it and perform it for Lord Krishna's pleasure, I will definitely remember you. Thank you so much. And Prabhuji, that was a special mercy that you gave your very beautiful position, the Mrudangam, to my Prabhuji, and we'll always ensure that we'll use it in Krishna service every time. And our complete best wishes and prayer at Lord Jagannath's lotus feet for your spiritual upliftment. And you, as Maharaj said, you will definitely go back to Godhead. And you belong there. Your look is like that. Haribol Mataji.
Pandavaji Prabhu, the one who acted as Sri Ramanujacharya.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Prabhu Mataji. I've known Mataji and Prabhu for 20 years almost. 20 years. Lot to share, lot to say, but in the interest of time, I'll try to keep it very brief. We Pujaris, we get the opportunity to serve on the altar, and we somehow feel that we know it all, we know everything. I've learned a couple of things from Prabhu and Mataji. I want to share quickly one or two things. Mataji and I, the first time we were working together in Seva, the Seva was supposed to start at 5 o'clock. So I came exactly at 5 o'clock, thinking that we should be on time for Seva. Mataji was here at 4:30. I said, Mataji, why are you here so early? She said, Prabhu, if I am on time for Seva, actually it's late. You have to come ahead of time for Seva so you can prepare better. So I learned a very valuable lesson that day. Second thing is I have a tendency where you're working in a service, call and follow up. Prabhu, have you done this? Mataji, have you done this? Prabhu, have you done this? Mataji, have you done this? And I noticed with Prabhu and Mataji that once a service is given, the reliability they show, they completely do their service end to end. And the most important thing I want to call out is their genuine love and affection for the devotees, be it appreciation, be it seva. The part that really moved me is I went through a very bad health situation in late 2020 and early 2021. And even family members would not do that. Prabhu and Mataji took the liberty of, they called me, they visited me, and they chastised me. They literally chastised me and said, it's okay to kind of slow down on your seva, but first take care of your health. And that really moved me. And Mataji and Prabhu will sincerely miss you. We pray to Shri Shri Radha Nila Madhav that you come back soon. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, I have known Arun Rangachari Prabhu and Sujata Mataji for 10 plus years. And whenever I see them, you know, they always look like the best, divine, devotees. They always look like, the best devotees. You can see in their face itself, you can see the devotion. I have been seeing them for last 10 years and they always look the same. There's no change. Even at this age, I haven't seen any change actually. So, yeah, so somebody is agreeing with me. So I would like to share my experience working with Prabhuji. So a couple of years ago, I think 2 years ago, when they were selling their home, so they asked my help and, we were preparing the house. And Prabhuji was so meticulous that even though they are departing from the home, he used to go to the home they vacated the home and moved to some rental place. But every day they used to go to the home and, take care of minute details. I mean, it's not their home anymore, okay? So somebody else is going to occupy that. But he was literally babysitting the home every single day. So meticulous, that shows that he's caring for someone. Even though they are departing from the home, he's caring for someone. I was so impressed. I mean, in my last 8 years, I haven't seen anyone who was so caring and so meticulous when they were, selling the home. I'm sure, he has put the same amount of hard work and, skills at other services as well. But I'm just sharing my experience. And Sujata Mataji, I mean, Supriya Radhika, she kind of stole my words. I'm going to talk on behalf of Pravalika for Sujata Mataji. I asked her to speak this, but she's little shy. So I'll speak on behalf of her. So considering Sujata Mataji, my sister, so we often discuss at my home, several times, like how Sujata Mataji dresses and, the kind of saris and bangles and different, ornaments that she puts. Pravalika, I and Kavita, we always discuss many times at home. So you set an example for, you set a high standard for others. It's in a good way. It's in a good way. Yeah. So, and one of the most important things, their contribution to this temple is Harilas Maharaj, he always had a vision of uniting all Vaishnavas in Seattle area. So, Sujata Mataji and Arun Rangachari Prabhu, they were very instrumental in helping Harilas Maharaj, doing that. We have seen in many festivals how they were approaching other Vaishnavas and, brought them to our, movement and participate in our festivals. So that way, they were very instrumental in helping Harilas Maharaj. Maharaj was counting on them for Bellevue Temple in a big way, but unfortunately, you have more higher goals in Srirangam. So we'll definitely miss you so badly here, as Amritananda Prabhu said, right? So come back every year, every Janmashtami. So thank you so much, Prabhuji and Sujata Akka. I learned from her. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Sujataka, Hare Krishna Arun Prabhu, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I met you when our Radha Nela Madhava in Redmond, or before that I might have seen you somewhere else, I don't remember exactly. But when when we come back to this temple, always Kumar and Kal Prabhu. The first look, I don't know whether they'll have the darshan of the Lord or not. The first eyes only on you next to Srila Prabhupada. When that seat is empty, Kumar's daughter, I think, she always looks at that spot and then she will come back to the darshan of the Lord. And as Srila Prabhupada says always, we have to live as a devotee full of love, compassion, gratitude. You both have much more than that. What exactly, as Srila Prabhupada says, you are the pure Vaishnava of the Lord. I beg at your lotus feet, please forgive me if I offended you in any way. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada. So Sujataka and Arun Prabhu. When I first met Sujataka, I thought she is just like my sister. My sister also looks same. And when I see her in temple, I feel like I saw Mahalakshmi. So the way she represents. And we miss you, both of you. In temple, any function, Sri Vaishnava function happened or Kalyanams happened, you were the first line and you were leading every activity. I was doing small kainkaryams, but we miss you a lot in temple for those services. But anyhow, we will come and see you in Srirangam. We'll take your blessings, and we hope you will visit the temple like Amritana Prabhu said, every year you please come for either Janmashtami or Anand Mela to give your auspicious prasadam, Pongal. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhu. Mataji, I don't have a very long, association with you like most of the other devotees have said. But I think the short interaction which I had with you've taught me so much in a very subtle way without telling anything, just by your actions, just by your small things which you do as a devotee. It is said that a devotee, whenever they say something or they do something, it's always good for you. And my interaction with, in fact, both of you and Prabhuji has always been good. With Prabhuji, I think in 2016 when we were new to this place and you had hosted Velkudi Swami, and we got an opportunity to actually be with Swami for a very long time in one of the devotees' house. And I know Prabhuji was driving Velkudi Swami everywhere, and even my Prabhu had the chance to be, and we had very good interaction at that time. And that year, it changed so many things for us. We learned so many things, from all the devotees. And I think, and also one more thing that, in this simple garland service which I was doing, I was so new, and you hardly knew me. You always messaged me to come and make garlands, and I would be so surprised that, why would somebody call me? I have no qualification. And like how people have always, quoted that you've been so humble and you associate with everybody, you take everybody along. And I think I really appreciate that quality, and I thank you a lot. And there's a lot to learn, and my Prabhuji and I would like to do namaskarams to you. And if it is the right time to do namaskarams, we will do it. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Come, Prabhu, come. Mataji, okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna everybody. Sai has already spoken on behalf of both of us, but me being me, would like to say a few words and share this. Everybody had an amazing impact with Mataji, or if you have ever spoken to them or truly interacted with them in any way, they leave a lasting impression. And the fortune is all mine. The last 14 years. Okay, I want to try this doing without actually a tear or two in my eye. But yeah, I don't want to get too emotional about this. But Mataji has taught me there are two fronts, for everybody's life. There's a personal front, and then there is a spiritual aspect of it, and both of them get together sometime, some later on in your lives. But on a very personal level, she's other mom for my kids. I always take a lot of pride in telling that I have raised both my kids on my own, but without her support, without her, just like how she has raised Harish and Pawan, so has she said, no expectations. Absolutely no expectations from kids. If you are a parent doing that, we all have aspirations for our kids, right? She would take care of them without any expectations. Just give them the right qualities, the values. That's all is important. And that's one of the greatest things that I've learned from Mataji, to have no expectations. And Prabhuji, just be the best in everything you do. And find the best. There's, like you see, he has an ear for the best of the music. He has an ear for the best of the services. Why? Because he puts Krishna up front and center everywhere. So that's the reason whatever he does is like the best thing. And being a couple, usually the husband agrees or the wife agrees. Both of them together usually are not on the same plane. But to have a divine couple, almost, I would say, for me, to guide me on a personal front as well as spiritual line. So I used to come to temple, see a lot of people, not really knowing, where did I come here? This looks very foreign to me. But I saw a South Indian face, and I thought, I have a couple here. Very first time, right? You walk into temple, it seemed very foreign to me. But then when I saw them, I just felt I knew them for a long time. And my association with them has brought me closer to Krishna, if not more, has given me, has made me prioritize service over anything else in life, and be truthful, be honest, be your 100% and be your best when you're doing it. And I owe all of these qualities and these values that I have learned from both of them. I'm a little more lucky, and I want to share it because I can't really hold it in. They're going for a yatra, and I'm going along with them, so I get to spend a little more time with them. So even though my heart says they're going to leave Seattle, but I still have one more month or so to spend with them. So that's like the, we say there's a little happiness inside me. But thank you so much for reintroducing us to Krishna, bringing us closer to temple, valuing service over anything else. Hare Krishna, and we'll be coming to Sri Rangam without going. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Mataji. As other devotees has shared your qualities, I will also echo on those qualities. And one of the quality I'm observing is you both are very humble, and you do so many services, but still you are very, very humble. I'm observing like maybe many years now. And with Guru and Krishna's mercy, I got opportunity to stay at your home in Srirangam. And then my realization of that Prabhuji and Mataji are so humble, it went so deep, because they were constantly serving. Like we were there a few days, and many devotees were there, and Mataji was making, like, every meal was like grand feast, morning, afternoon, night, and Prabhuji was taking us all the temples and everywhere. And in the night, when we are about to take rest, then Prabhuji said, I'm going to work now. So I was so surprised, like whole day he's working so hard with us, going everywhere, and we are so tired. Now Prabhuji was going to work whole night, office work. And in the morning I woke up and I asked, how long you slept? He said, yeah, just couple hours. So I already know they are doing so much devotional service. But when I heard that, it went so deep into my heart that I wish I can also do like 22 hours of service without sleeping, and not just a day, many days. So I pray to Radha Nila Madhav that you will always be engaged in service, and Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Hare Krishna Mataji, Prabhuji. Sujata Mataji, there is a lot to learn from you. I have always been admiring the way you have done parenting, the spiritual. Devotees have said, and it's all like echo with it. One thing which really stands out for this is like we all eventually wanted to completely get detached from our duties and just focus on spirituality. But we all say, but how we will be able to do or not, we don't know. But I see that you have two boys with a great career living in US from years. It's not easy to just let go and go towards the priorities of spirituality. That really stands out, and hopefully that will encourage me to at least prioritize spirituality over material desires and just focus on one aspect and give a priority. Thank you, Mataji. There is a lot to learn, and yes, as you said, we will be in touch. WhatsApp is the best way. If we cannot be in person, but at least we will be in touch through social media. We wish you all the best in your journey. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Ma. Please forgive me for my attire. I would say 2011, Sujata Mataji and Vijay Mataji have interviewed me for Gopal. My first interview was to show my teaching skills for Synergy. I was the first teacher for the Synergy. So they were the instrumental, both of them were, I don't know what I did. I got selected, and I have given the privilege to work in Synergy as a first teacher. If I'm wearing a Kantimala right now in my neck is because of you have showed me the first step. It brought me close to Krishna. All along, the whole Synergy experience, more than my profession, I got closer and closer every day. So the first instrument is because of you two, who have given me that, who trusted me and brought me to the school. Thank you so much for doing that. Like others said, when I come to temple, I want to focus myself to Lord Neela Madhava. As soon as I see the audience, my eyes goes to you. Your attire and your smile and your humbleness, naturally out of hundreds of people, my eyes is going because of the love that you have in your face. Thank you so much for that. And always Telugu la cheptru mangla garanga underni, Tamil la kayeduthu kumbulangara mari. Husband and wife, even now I called my Prabhuji. Let's go together. Let's go to the temple together, because I see you as a spiritual couple. Even now I am not there yet, but you are the role model couple, spiritual couple, I would say. Haribo.
Anyone else would like to? You know? Mataji is saying humbly. Yeah, just. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna. So obviously, I thought she is my sister, but I realize now she has got a lot more brothers. So definitely that possessiveness is there, but very, very happy. Seeing her as my sister and now as a Mataji and Prabhuji Seattle, very, very happy and feel very blessed to be part of the family. Just on a lighter note, you all have been talking about her dress, costume, etc. But I really admire my brother-in-law Prabhuji. Not even once, I'm not kidding. I've seen my sister shopping like crazy, but not even once I have seen him asking her to stop. He'll just ask, okay, His only question is how much money you want. Yeah, yeah. Okay, if this card is not enough, take this card, take this card. And actually, that's a big learning for me because I'm definitely not there yet, but I'm trying to. Definitely, it's so blissful. And you all talked about her, and probably your association is for the past 15, 20 years. Having spent more time with her, whatever you said, it's absolutely true. And I'm not saying that just because she's my sister and brother-in-law, but from the childhood, that's how she has been. But I'm more really thankful to Krishna and Radha is that they brought her into their fold. I think for many of us coming to US, that has given an opportunity, but they took that opportunity with both their hands. And we're really glad to say, and as you rightly said, it's not easy to let go. Two adults here. It's a lot to learn from them. I don't know what I can keep going on, but feel very blessed. Hare Krishna to everyone. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Shyamukhan Prabhu. Mataji, it's we cannot stop. It's love.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna Prabhu. So I had the opportunity to work with Prabhu closely for many years. And so what I see, what you see is what you get. So however Prabhu is here in temple, the same way he is in the office also. And I've never seen him get upset. Always smiling, no matter what the situation is. And if there is an issue at work, he would silently work with people in India, and somehow he will get things done. Right? So it's an amazing quality. And if there is a problem, you give it to him, he will take care of it. You don't even have to worry about it, and it will be taken care. So one thing, obviously, the way he manages Srinivas Kalyanam is something, commendable. Because he has so much love for Srinivas that he takes care of them so nicely. But one thing that really shocked me, he told me one time that where we used to discuss a lot of topics about how to bring Shiva Vaishnavas into the fold, like we all operate as a single family. He mentioned that even he was treated like an outcast among Shiva's Shri Sampradaya community. That was a shock for me because I haven't seen a better devotee than these two couple. And if somebody is not treating them like a family, that's a big shock for me. But that's a loss for them, but it's a gain for us because we embrace them wholeheartedly here because they have a genuine love for the Lord. I wish I could have such love for the Lord like them because they're really true devotees of the Lord. And I believe Lord also reciprocates by giving good kids and also a very understanding couple. So because the Lord is with them, that's how they're able to be like that. So the big thing is now we're going to have this Vipralamba of separation and they're going to India. But also on the positive side, being in Srirangam, now it's a gateway for us. We can go anytime to Srirangam now. We have a motivation to go to Srirangam and get the darshan of the Lord through these devotees because they will take us to the Lord. So thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for all your association. We will miss you for sure. We will continue to have your association. Thank you.
Okay, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
Because I would have not come, but I thought of saying one simple thing. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. It's by looking at you, I think I see two things. Like we should have some short-term goal and long-term goal. You always have, with the short-term goal, serve Maharaj with all the festivals and everything, and you still have a long-term goal, and you retire from material life early so that you have some lot of energy to do all the devotional service. That's amazing. And we definitely miss you, all your prasadam for sure, all the kalyanams, prasadams, especially the chakramangali, those things. And the Anandamada, idli, dosha, all these things, we really miss you, association for sure. And one thing I definitely want to say came here was couple of things. Prabhuji was really encouraging Akshara and Arjun for their whatever they do, like singing or musical, whatever. Prabhuji always asks how they're doing, what they do, share their videos, some whatever. She always encourages. And Mataji, Arjun's first teacher is Mataji, at Gopal Gardens. And he doesn't go if Mata is not there at school. Because Arjun, he went started school 2.5 or whatever, he knew only Mataji in the school. He doesn't know anybody. So once my wife came too late to pick up Mataji, he will not let Mataji go home. See, he's so close to Mataji. Mataji takes care of Arjun so nicely. So it is very hard for Arjun to leave Mataji at the school. So Mataji used to stay back. Even my wife come too late to pick up. But it took some time to train him. But we really, Arjun really loved both of you, association. We are going to miss your association for sure. But thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. With Prabhu, we have association of the temple as well as with the Global Scholar. And definitely we had fun at Global Scholar. Workers also, definitely. And Prabhuji, as Chaitanya Sundar said, he used to bring lots of prasadam. We all used to share. And he used to bring not for himself, but at least expecting 3 to 4 people will also eat. So Mataji regularly sends the prasadam. And Global Scholar, during that time, Radhanath Swami Maharaj visited. It looks like an extension to the temple, right? Though it's work, but it's an extension to the temple. There are programs there. And it's really have such great association with Prabhuji there. And Mataji definitely, as many of the people commented, the way she presents herself and the way she dresses, the way Prabhu supports, now we just heard. And at least my wife definitely talks about that, and a lot of credit card expenditure on that. Right? So, and that way you inspired a couple of people too. And all the functions, like anytime we have these kalyanams, and Mataji and Prabhu, they are here in the front. And magically all the arrangements are done, everything. And nice, delicious prasadam and arrangements also. And Prabhuji has another thing. Anybody remembers his big car? The van? It's coming from Arkansas, I guess. And it actually served as a ratha for many of the stalwart musicians, and recently now Balaji bringing him. So it has a history. So we should not, we tell him, Prabhu, don't sell it, Prabhu, keep it like it's a history it is. It has a lot of history. So wherever they are, they're always smiling. And as for the love, which I can consider, even if they don't, it's unconditional, right? I can see that they used to rent in Sesi's home, the first floor they used to stay, and Sesi is on the second floor. And their son, Datta, was born just that time. So they call him Periyappa, right? So they like Datta so much, anytime they hear a crying or anything, the kid needs to be handled, Mataji is immediately up, come to the second floor and take the Datta, and he used to be with them happily. And to that extent, when they went to India, Prabhu and Mataji also traveled. Datta was on Prabhu's lap throughout the journey. He was happy there, right? So that shows they have this natural inclination to give love and nurture somebody, and without expecting anything. I'm hoping that's not the reason you're going to India again. So they're going to Srirangam, they want to do yatras, and I was hoping this moment will be a few years later when Pawan gets married. Until then they will be here. But I think Pawan is not agreeing, I guess, for some time. So keep coming, Prabhu. This is your first home. Srirangam is your second home. So Radha Nilamado is the main here and we miss you. But definitely I know you help a lot in bringing this, the original vision and assisting Harilas Maharaj in this Balaji temple. So when we are opening up, please do visit here. And as you can visit as many as times, but Balaji and Janmashtami, please do show up here and give us your association. And we hope to see you when we come to Srirangam. Hare Krishna.
So thank you very much for everyone that's come tonight, expressing their love and appreciation of Arun and Sujata. And we've always been praying for your welfare. And every time you go to a Divya Desham, say a little prayer for us also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you for taking the time out and then coming today. I know it's been a very hard, decision for both of us to make, but it was in the plan in the last 3-4 years, and I was initially only planning sometime next year, but kind of preponed that by about 6-7 months. Without the support of both my boys Harish and Pawan and my daughter-in-law Sneha, it wouldn't have been possible. But here we are, and we will be moving back to Srirangam, but we'll keep visiting Seattle as often as possible. Do want to definitely start with giving my obeisance to Srila Prabhupada, my acharyas, Andavan Swami, my spiritual guide Velukudi Swami, and my late parents Rangachari and Karpagam Rangachari. I want to definitely mention my siblings. All my siblings are here in US. My sister-in-laws, my brother-in-law, and then Mataji's parents, and her brothers, and then their wives, their family as well. Without their support, we wouldn't have made this journey so far. It definitely takes a lot of help and support to get where we are, but still a long way out for us to complete the journey. Came to US in '91, and then for a long-term opportunity, moved with Mataji and Harish back in '94. That was, I joined Walmart as a contractor back in '94. And it's been a long journey. There for about 12 years. I have some friends from Walmart Bentonville area. Kirti is here, and we had others as well who had come earlier, and got the opportunity to move to Seattle. With Cal and Vijay, Cal Prabhu and Vijay Mataji, played a key role in us moving here. So we moved, and at that time, me and Kirti is there. Back in Arkansas, we started. There was an association called Hindu Association of Northwest Arkansas. Just a very small organization, but the support the community gave us, we were able to buy a land and temporarily kind of build a structure out there. But after I moved under the guidance of Kirti, they were able to buy a land closer to the city, and then they built a temple. And about 5-6 years ago, I believe, is one of the only kind in I guess in the whole world. It's called Gita Stupa. So you have a statue of Krishna, and then all the 700 verses of Bhagavad Gita spread among different pillars with plated ones, Next time when I make a visit here, Prabhu, we'll go together to Arkansas. It's an amazing place what they have developed now. So when I moved here, no idea that I would even get to come to ISKCON, get associated with devotees, and get the association of Maharaj. Yeah, given a choice, I had other temples as well. But for both of us, somehow we got connected deeply here. It used to be a small kind of like a trailer home back in 2006. We used to come once a month. Then we started coming once every 2 weeks, and then it became a regular every Sunday program we used to come. We got more closer when the temple, the deities were moved to Redmond when the construction started here. So we used to stay in Redmond Ridge. It was kind of like the Redmond was very close to us. And that was the time when September-October Kumbh Mela festival was organized. The very first, I believe the major outdoor festival Vedic Cultural Center did. We did it in Mary Moore Park. And I got the opportunity. I was blessed to get the service of picking up the artists from the airport, taking care of them and all of that. And then Sujata was kind of like helping in the kitchen and stuff. So here, one thing at ISKCON here, especially here in Vedic Cultural Center here is you can do any kind of service you want. Nobody is going to say a thing. Nobody is going to even say a thing. Even if you don't come for the service, they'll say totally fine. We'll definitely manage with someone else. And that is something which I really liked, and that for both of us it kind of like we got connected. And Maharaj is a living example of leading by example. And he's so inclusive that he could have said oh, we will only do Gaudiya festivals here, Gaudiya Vaishnava. From day one, from the time I've started interacting with him, he said, whatever Sri Vaishnava festivals we want to do, you do. You just tell us what we will do. We will support. And that is something, which totally, got me connected and everything. And then, I have seen Maharaj at that temple here and everywhere. He will be the first one to take up any activity, any work, and he'll be the last one. Take Anand Mela for example. He'll be driving one of the last trucks back to the temple. It will be 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning the next day after we dismantle everything. So, Maharaj, I think we are all truly blessed to have Maharaj in our midst here in our community. He has been, like a fatherly figure for us, a spiritual guide. You can, like a father, brother, whatever, grandfather. He's always there for anybody who is needing any kind of help, whether it's, professional or personal or family, things to be sorted out. Maharaj will be the first one to come and help. I have to say a few words about one person here, my dear sister Rasavati Mataji. Back in, when the temple was in Redmond, that was the time we used to, go every Sunday, Saturday, whenever we had time. Mataji, Rasavati Mataji took Sujata under her wings, and then completely, she kind of like, trained her, gave her the freedom. She got to such a state that, Sujata could cook for, cook rice or dal for about 300, 500 people also, without, any fear. So, I'm going to miss Mataji, every Raksha Bandhan, she ties Rakhi to me. And Mataji, you will have to come to Sri Rangam to tie Rakhi, and then give us the opportunity to serve you. We owe you that for sure. And thank you, Mataji. Another great devotee, from the very beginning, when back in 2006, I started interacting was Namarvat Prabhu and Lakshmi Mataji. it really, when I didn't even, first when I started talk to him, I didn't even realize that, Prabhuji, one of portion of his leg, he has an artificial leg. And when I saw that, when I heard that, and the kind of service he has been doing day in, day out, it, that was also one of the reasons which kind of like, got me connected here. Any time of the day or night, whether it's related to temple or not, if you need anything done, any urgent help you need, the first person you could call is Tarak Prabhu. He will figure out a way and then, get it done. Whether it's, delivering prasadam or taking somebody to the hospital, picking up somebody from the airport or dropping, he will never say no. I have never heard him say no to anything we ask. That is something I know I learned a lot from Tarak Prabhu. So thank you, Mataji and Prabhu, for your association. Their family is more connected to us. Even like Harish Pavan, they are very close to Yoga Vidya, Geetika and Vishaka as well. So as a family. So and then our devoted priests, right from Pandavijay Prabhu, Srivas Prabhu, Parth Prabhu, and a whole bunch of devotees here, who do the service. It's with no expectations. It is something they love to be assigned the task of doing the deity service. I have seen Damodar Prabhu and Mataji. Both of them are working, but they are here early morning if they have the service, and they have to sleep and then get up early morning 3 or 4, do their rounds, chant their rounds, be here and do that, and which it's very difficult, but but everybody here is so dedicated and focused in the service to Radha and Krishna, that they are able to pull this off without we realizing that this is what goes on a daily basis. So many wonderful devotees here, Sai Prabhu and Lavanya Mataji. Sai Prabhu, how much more I say, is I'm going to fall short, but never say no to anything. That's it. Anything you ask, he'll be there for you, for any kind of help. That is something I have learned from him, and very humble, very humble. Mataji also, so many cultural activities, organizing, it's not easy that, when you put up a cultural show that you have to call so many artists, you have to fill the slot for about 4 or 5 hours, you have to call so many, make sure everything is going on time and stuff like that. But she's able to, pull it off easily. And, I see a lot of devotees, Kasam Prabhu, Adidev Prabhu, and then Amritananda Prabhu. Prabhu, we are going to miss your the pani cashew pani you do for Janmashtami. That is something at the end of the day that's something we'll look forward to after after everything is done, right, the midnight aarti and everything. That is something we. Yeah, Rasa Chandra Prabhu, I have seen him coordinate, do very complex dramas and plays, coordinate that with different age groups and stuff like that, and then do that. We have Yashoda Dulal Prabhu, very quiet, unassuming, and then he does this, without any expectations, anything, for Balaji or for Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji are always there. And then, it's not easy to take care of, a deity at home. You have Balaji and then you have Bhudevi and Sri Devi. It's like your father, like your parents who are staying with you. You have to take care of them so nicely every day, right from morning till evening when they go to bed. It's not that easy, I'll tell you. some days, we get tired, we say, can I skip this today and then, maybe do it tomorrow? But it's very difficult. And, sincere thanks and appreciation to you and Mataji for taking care of, Balaji, Bhudevi and Sridevi so nicely, so along. I think the sooner the better we, have the Bellevue temple ready. They'll get a good place to be in, and then all of us get the opportunity to go visit them, as regularly as possible. I might be missing, mentioning a few names here and there, but I'm fortunate to have my, Sneha's parents here. They have traveled from New Jersey, Dr. Narsaya and Anuradha. They are here this week. Very nice family, and me and Sujata and Harish Pawan, we are very lucky to have found Sneha. We were missing a daughter, so we found a daughter in Sneha, and both my kids, Harish and Pawan, I still call them as kids, and without their unflinching support, both of us wouldn't be able to have made this decision. It's not that easy, but they said, go for it. They are very independent, they have been very responsible, so both of us are not kind of like worried about what they are going to do and all of that. And the community here is there. Anything both of them need, I said, VCC, Radha Neelama was there. We have a wonderful congregation here. Just one phone call and then things happen. So that we are, both of us are not worried at all, but we'll keep visiting every year or every other year. We'll keep visiting for important festivals. You're right. Yeah. And then I have my brother-in-law, Rajesh, and his wife Priya. They have come from Richmond, Virginia, to help us out in moving, packing, and stuff like that. So thanks to both of you on that. So I think as a community, we are truly blessed that we have this temple. We can get connected to. We get the satsang of like-minded devotees. I think more than Sujata is probably going to miss her set of services and stuff she used to do, especially the garland service. I think she is definitely going to miss that, and I'm going to miss some of the things like the kalyanas and stuff. Getting the opportunity to serve the Lord, and then Association of Maharaj. I think he has been a visionary here for our community. So I sincerely pray to the Lordships, Radha Neela Madhav, that bless Maharaj with good health and lead the Seattle congregation to greater heights. Much more temples to come. For sure, Balaji temple is coming next year, early next year. Then the food distribution, free prasadam. That's his vision. It's whatever is he has in his plans is happening. Free prasadam distribution, free juice distribution, all these major outdoor festivals and stuff. It's not it's not easy. As somebody needs to have a vision for that, but also at the same time we have a very good congregation, devotees, very sincere devotees. Without their support, we will not be able to organize festivals like Anand Mela. Do the we had a very fantastic Janmashtami this year. About 8,000 to 10,000 people came, and everybody was sumptuously fed the best of the prasadam they could get, and we were happy to see so many new families also come and take the blessings of the Lord. So thank you for all the the guidance, the support we have got from all of you, and then we definitely sincerely would need your blessings for both of us and our family to continue on the journey we are about to take. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's send them off with a loud Hari Bol. Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Hari Bol! Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So now we prepare Hari Vallabha Prabhu and Raswati Mataji arranged a nice feast, traditional South Indian thing, Bisi Belabat and Dadvajanam and Pongal, Chakra Pongal. So please, if you have not already had or boxed it up, please go ahead and enjoy the feast. Hare Krishna.
Yeah,